Good afternoon, love streamers. I decided that stream was not meant to be, so I'm starting all over again and deleting that other one. So I am Louise Eddington. I am your freedom guide. I am helping you to create a deliriously free life. And I'm going to start all over again. So hi guys. Hi Gina. Let's hope this one is better. So far, so good. So starting again. Yes, this energies this week. As I was just saying, the moon is squaring Pluto right now. Yeah, exactly. And you know, surprisingly, we've had some more reveals, or unsurprisingly, some more reveals, which is very Pluto. Good evening, Anne. Where are you? Are you in the UK then? Because it's nearly 11:30 a.m. here. So, but anyway. But at a personal level, I'm actually feeling really good. It's just a bit crazy. It's a little bit, it is really, well, what with all the shit going down, Gina? Because I know you're connected with the government, aren't you, in what you do, the work. And I guess it affects the whole mood of the city. But of course, you know, talking of Pluto, the USA is coming up to its Pluto return. So expect more. There's a lot more going to be going down, believe me. And I'm not just talking about in the next week. So, but this week with Mercury stationing retrograde on the galactic center and basically conjunct Saturn for the whole time, because he's going to go back over Saturn when he goes retrograde, and he'll cross Saturn again in 6 days' time when he's retrograde. And Mercury going retrograde on a Mercury-ruled full moon that is squaring Neptune, which is confusion and craziness. I'm actually feeling good, but there's almost so much coming in that it's difficult. And I was just explaining that I had just got off a call with this new friend of mine who she got affected by those big fires in California and asked me for some help. And I said, well, actually, I could do with some help too. She's an astrologer also. And she's given me all these amazing ideas. She's a Gemini. So her Gemini is on my descendant. And, well, oh no, to DC. Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll all be good. It's all good for the end, but it's going to be crazy. So you're living in a crazy world right now, but we all are. But anyway, she's given me those amazing ideas. So look for some calls. I'm actually going to be doing calls for people with certain birthdays, okay, because there's certain energies happening for certain birthdays. Now, they will be based on a certain thing. And Bridget, you actually kind of have inspired me, because she was like, for example, people born with birthdays around this date, they're having Pluto conjunct their sun. How about you do a call for people with that? And then also the ones who are having the opposite, because they've got Pluto in, they've got the sun at the same date of Cancer, and then the squares, so the other bits. So it's a big project, but I'm going to start with one. And lucky you, Bridget, I will be starting with people who have their birthdays around your birthday and the quarters around that as well. So I'm not sure when it'll get done, probably not till after Christmas now, but it'll be done heading towards your birthday. So I might write it on the drive down to Arizona next week, because I'm driving down there with my husband to do some stuff. But anyway, back to my point. My point was certain, you know, birthdays experience similar things at similar times. I'm probably going to nail it down even more specifically than that. But right now, let's have a look. So for this Pluto thing, where Pluto is now, It's people who were born around, where's your chart gone? Just transits, Barbara. So it's people born around January the 11th, and then that will also be, of course, October the 11th and April the 11th, and what's the other one? Anyway, all those dates. So anyway, it's a big project, but it'll kind of cover a span of dates. So it won't just be January the 11th birthday. This is giving an example. But me going blah, blah, blah. What this is an example of is the information coming in at the moment. You know, she just came out with all this, blah, blah, how about you do this, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wow. Yeah, that is cool. But I might be creating it in a very different way, which you will see too, because it could become my book. We'll see. I've got a lot of work to do here. It's probably going to be a Kickstarter because I want to create this big project. All right. So it will involve a lot of support, people backing this project, and involve pledges of the various levels to get it. Some of it will be free, of course, but you know, I have to make a living. I want to make a living at astrology and the writing about it. And if I get supported in this, I can have the time. There's less pressure on me to be doing other things, and then I can focus on this and people can get their reports in their time. So anyway, it is exciting. It's just kind of developing all in my head, and I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be set up. Luckily, this friend is going to, exactly, I should be able to make a living and I should be well paid for it because I give really great value and I give a lot for it. But but there will be levels. So for all kinds of levels of backing, people will get various things, and that will enable me to keep doing the things I want to do. So I don't think these reports of birthday things are going to be kind of a charge, but the backing will help me to create these. I'm just not sure yet. Got to work it all out. But back to my point. This is how this energy is this week. With all this stuff coming at us, this information, these downloads from Neptune in Pisces, from Spirit, from Mercury, from the message, from the galactic center, the sun of our sun. And then there's the moon triggering all this energy. I have to tell you, just wait. Just you wait till the early hours of tomorrow morning. You may not be able to sleep if you're in this side of the globe. If you're in the UK, you might be a little bit better off. But let me have a look when this is happening, because the moon will hit the end degrees of this Aries. And not only that, of course, we are days away from the full moon, so that things are high energy anyway. When you felt so low, well, Neptune in Pisces can do that. There is a big element of, and it does affect how it's hitting your chart, of course, all of this. But maybe you need to go low to receive this information. You're welcome, Susie. But anyway, starting, for me, more joy, kind of just after 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, the moon will hit Eris and then go into oppose Mars and connect with Uranus in Aries as well, and then Pallas Athena, and then the moon will trine that Saturn galactic center. Oh no, Saturn galactic center Mercury conjunction by 5 a.m. So basically what I'm saying, there's like high energy overnight here. You're lucky if you're in the UK because it'll be after you wake up. It'll be through the day tomorrow. For me, this is all going to be at night. So, you know, if I have a night like the night before last, I may just have to get up and do some writing because all this stuff is going crazy in my head. There's just so much to talk about right now. Oh, I'd love that, Gina. Yay. I will tell you that, you know, I am kind of getting scheduled ahead of time. Your moon in Libra is trying to break free, I bet, with all this, with Mars right on it. Woohoo, I bet. I'm just trying to just go crazy. But anyway, I'm probably rambling because this energy, there's so much happening. I can mention, and bear in mind, I have a Gemini moon, guys. So this full moon is ruled by Mercury, that's stationing. So it's ruling my moon, and it's conjunct Lilith. And the full moon is my moon is at 12 degrees in Gemini, and the full moon is at 11 degrees of Gemini. And I have Lilith conjunct my moon, and Jupiter and Pallas Athena at 14 degrees of Sagittarius opposing all this. So Neptune's squaring it, Mercury rules it, it's all going. So no wonder my mind and my mouth is going at 100 miles per hour. Exactly. It's just got to let it. Oh, your moon too. Of course. You. So it's just nuts. So it's just this big swirl of information, and that can make things feel a bit down because it's hard to keep up for some people, especially if you don't like the swirliness. Yeah, well, you saw I just did a live stream and it just kept freezing and things just crazy. So sorry, you might not get much sleep. You might not get much sleep till after the weekend. Although I actually slept like a log last night, but I think I was so tired. I wore myself out. Basically, I think the idea, if you want sleep, is to really physically wear yourself out and get very busy and then crash. All right. You've got to laugh, though, at all the craziness. But, oh, my favourite card. This is coming up for me a lot as well. Those of you that in my that on my personal profile, I posted. In fact, I'm going to share it here. A really good podcast. I'm introduced to this guy who said it's about do small jobs, nothing that's going to take long. So I love it when people take my advice. Little bite-sized chunks today, and then get up and do something. But anyway. My favourite card, death, because of course, what comes with death? Rebirth, you know, and really with this being on the galactic center, you know, and 13 being the most magical of numbers as well, and Scorpio being the most magical realm. Look at it with this positive outlook that we are in this magical time of transformation and death and rebirth, and to embrace it. And thank you. Do you know how much that means to me when people say, I followed your advice and it really helped? And I'm just like, oh, it makes me heart glow. But anyway. So the quote that goes with this are birth and death are not two different states, but they are different aspects of the same state. And if you've got time to listen to a fabulous podcast, there's a fellow astrologer called Christina Cordell of Radiant Astrology, and she does interviews on her podcast. And she interviewed this fabulous guy whose name escapes me, but where is it? His name, no, I can't find it. But I'll share the podcast on this page. or you can go to my personal profile. It's public. You can see it. And this guy has written, Stephen Jenkinson. He deals with death and dying and living and about being an elder and being a strong elder. And he's written a book called Die Wise, a manifesto for sanity and soul. And I have just downloaded the book and have started to listen to it. And really, I always liken it to not just physical death, but we are dying and being reborn with all this energy right now, because it's just so huge. With Jupiter in Scorpio and the galactic center being triggered, we're being asked to really grow in our wisdom and our acceptance, deep acceptance of life's cycles and the way things are, and to not get so bogged down in the little things of every day. I know plumbing is really annoying, leaks under the kitchen sink, but really, what's that leak telling you? There might be some little message there for it. Really, in the big scheme of things, it's bugger all, basically. But what this card really is about letting go and moving forward with release and releasing all the shit, basically, and releasing all the cares in the world and all that, like really getting bogged down with all those little things, and about being more objective. All right. Kind of stepping back with detachment, which is a strong form of objectivity. Okay. And remember that every ending is an opportunity for something new to emerge, because it's just crazy times. And when it's all swirling round, some ideas will stay, some will have to go, some will have to, you get the idea. It's a strong message for you. Cool. Yeah. And laugh at Mercury the trickster when he screws up your live stream and he screws up your plumbing. Laugh at him, because what else can you do? Anyway, much love to you all. I'm going to take my own advice. I've done some little bits this morning. I'm going to walk the dogs now and then come back and do another couple of little bits and then do something else. And I'm going to start mulling over this idea. You're welcome, guys. I do love that you all show up. It really kind of makes it feel a bit more worth doing these things. Oh, and don't forget, I have my free call on Friday in the Planetary Magic Cafe. It's a Facebook group. It's free. The Planetary Magic Cafe, or just Planetary Magic Cafe, probably without the. If you search in Facebook, you'll find it. The free call is you get access to the free call when you're in the group, and access to the recording when you're in the group. And there is an opportunity to have a mini reading on it for $15. But really, I've got that much to say on this Friday's call that I'm limiting it to 2. And if there's none, then that's fine too. I'm not doing this one for money particularly. So come join the group, Planetary Magic Cafe, and come join me on the call or watch the recording. All right. And you have a great day too, guys. Thank you.